Good after, whatever it is. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to properly stain a paper. If you think about it, it's actually relatively easy. Many people use different methods, but I'll get to that later. So I'm going to have you start off with 2 bags of Lipton tea. Make sure it's hot tea and that it's all natural. Um, If you go to the store, I suggest you buy 3. I have 2 because I have a whole box of it, and I use it for whenever I get a sore throat, and I know many people at home do that as well. So buy 3, and just make sure that if you ever need an extra one, that's why I asked for 3 instead of the 2. But today I already know what I'm going to be doing, so I have 2. Okay. Open your first one. Doesn't really matter how. Mine turned out all ghetto. But you're gonna need a hot cup of water, and I mean extremely hot. And try not to burn yourself. So just put it in. I'm gonna just do it right in front of the camera here, and you could see that the water is going to change until it gets to like a real red brownish color, or even between like a dark orange. That's when you should take it out. Me, I'm going to wait for that moment. See how long this thing takes. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, whatever. I'm not going to stay here 4 hours just to wait for the thing to turn colors. Next thing you know, it turns out purple if I ditch it. Alright, so you're going to take it out. Make sure you do not drain it. Just put the water to the side. And what you're going to do is going to hold it here. And like I said, try not to burn yourself, because right now my finger is going through pain because I'm just trying to show you a simple task. So what you're just going to do is just pat it on, and make sure you have a bouncy under it, because I know probably a lot of kids don't even like their parents to mess up anything. So if you don't want to have a big mess, bouncy under it, whatever you want, paper towel, whether it's the 99 cents brand, as long as it absorbs the water or liquid, whatever that you want to call it, whether you're in science class or something, whatever, I don't really care. So I'm just going to pat it on and streak it to the side like I'm doing, because when you streak it to the side, it actually will absorb it. Then when you pat it again, it'll leave like these dark spots, and it'll make it look relatively, kind of, well stained, or like made back in the day, but whatever. Now whenever you think you need more water, just put it back in the water, dip it again, and do the same thing over. Then you just push it side to side. Pat it at some corners. Alright. And I know many of you probably use coffee, but I don't know how you do that, because think about it. With coffee, you could do the same thing, but how are you going to spread it? This way you have the bag of tea, and you could pat it and actually set up where you're going to be. Unlike coffee, you just pour it here, it goes all over the place, your parents beat the out of you, and yeah, that's not a good thing to do. So just make sure that you have enough paper towels to go around, whether you're doing this, because you don't want to have a piece of tissue and it doesn't absorb anything at all. So I use Bounty, number 1. So that's it. You just continue doing this, and need a little bit more water here. Okay, then you continue doing this. Uh-oh, it broke. You see what I mean? That's what I was trying to say before, that if it breaks, at least you have the backup one. So you just do the same thing. Perfect timing, too. Alright, so you just take another piece of paper towel, which I had to the side. I forgot to tell you about that in case this happens. So you just smear it off to the side. And believe it or not, although this looks kind of like messed up, it's actually a good thing, because it leaves some dark spots behind. And if it gets stuck to the paper and doesn't want to come off, it's actually a good thing. It shows like if it was made back then, like I was saying before. So you take the other one, open it again. Okay. Yeah, I keep on opening these things like I need them desperately. Alright, so let's see. Wet it again, wait for it to absorb all the water. Alright. Then you just go back. And that's why you should never hit it hard. Just always make sure you're doing it lightly. Me, I do it like an animal, just being the way I am, typical me. So that's it. Then you could do the opposite side if you want, and it will help because look how clear it is on this side and this side. If you do it on both sides, it'll actually give a nice color tone on both sides, and I think that'll give you an extra 5 points when the teacher sees it. So just pat it on again, and if you want, I don't know if you want to, but I do this once in a while. I turn it over and I just do it on this side, but I'm recommended that you do it on this side, let it dry, then make it to this side, but I'm an idiot, so don't pay attention to me. If you want to do it and save time, whatever. So that's it. Then you just do this side, and then once you're done on both sides, you could just let it dry. I usually let mine dry close to an hour. When you get like 45 minutes into it, it's dry, but not to where you could put it in the printer. A full hour and a half is beautiful. It's like it just came out of the Staples factory or whatever you want to call it, computer paper company, WB Mason, whatever, I don't really care. So that's what you're going to do. You do it on this side, you let it sit for an hour and a half. So this is why I'd rather use tea, because although it gives it a light color and it might not look as good as coffee, I don't know how people do it with coffee, because, you know, like I was stating before, you pour it on, everything goes everywhere. Even if you have a paper towel under it, you're not going to control where it goes, unless you want to do a rock the boat effect where the water comes to the side. Oh my god! But I don't know how everybody else does it. But tea is more controlled than any other way I would have done it. So, alright, so if you have any questions, just subscribe, which you should see in the top right corner of your screen, right over there. Yeah, look exactly where my finger's pointing, all the way to the top right corner. Subscribe. Yeah, that's what you should be looking for. Okay, so if you have any questions, subscribe. Any comments, please, whether good or bad, whether you think I'm an idiot for doing this mad random. I just want to help some of those who think staining paper is kind of hard. I know you think, it's mad easy, why should I be watching this? Well, for those of you who need help with it, I'm here. I log on like 4 times a day, 3 hours. And if you catch anything with NASCAR or the Dodge Viper, SRT8, Dodge Charger, those are my favorite topics. Yeah, I know. Dodge is an American car. It sucks. Yeah, right. Okay. So, besides that, I know I just went like 24 levels above what I was supposed to be talking about. So, like I said, subscribe, comments, please, questions, anything at all, whether you think it's ridiculous. It's not like I'm going to post it on my website. So, appreciate you watching it. Thanks for watching.